A very good afternoon to all of you watching us from Cameroon and beyond. Welcome to the midday bilingual newscast on the Cameroon Radio Television. We apologize for the late start. Good afternoon, Mohamed Nana.
Bonjour, Emmanuela.
You have the news headlines.
Les championnats d'Afrique des Nations droit au but, plus que 48 heures et le Cameroun entrera dans sa deuxième religion, le football. Le 12 heures vous propose une immersion dans la tanière des Lions à Prime en petite foulée. Nous évoluerons aux côtés des arbitres qui s'échauffent à Douala. L'hymne du Chan retentira ce midi dans le fauteuil de l'invité son auteur Dien Meri Iyims. Au Bala nous ouvrira grand ses bras dans ce journal, une terre en marche devenue au fil du temps une ville cosmopolite carrefour. En page magazine, nous irons apprécier l'expansion de la ville, ses coins chauds et surtout régaler nos papilles. Les couverts là-bas sont réputés esquis. Merci madame, monsieur d'avoir choisi la CRTV pour vous informer.
J'ai personnellement constaté que la plupart de nos concitoyens ne respectent plus les mesures de protection édictées par le gouvernement.
Being with us 48 hours to the kickoff of the African Nations Championship, the CHAN, the Intermediate Lions, continue training for the Saturday encounter as they will be taking part in the opener of the competition. They are currently training at the Annex B of the Olembe Sports Complex. Meantime, FIFA President Gianni Infantino is expected in the country ahead of the kickoff of the CHAN. These and the latest news around the CHAN competition with our reporter Romeo Nkini.
The Intermediate Warriors of Zimbabwe are expected in Cameroon this Thursday, ahead of Saturday's opening game against host team, the Intermediate Lions of Cameroon. While they are awaited to jet into the nation's capital, the city of Douala has for some few days now accommodating teams of Group B and C in diverse hotels. Meantime, FIFA President Gianni Infantino is expected in Cameroon ahead of the football bonanza. The economic capital is currently vibrating to CHAN rhythm, with artists demonstrating the country's hospitality in hosting Africa. While countdown progressively hit crescendo, host team Cameroon have continued training ahead of the tournament's opener. A second training session for Martin Tungumpile and troops is scheduled this Thursday evening at the Annex B of the Olembe Sports Complex. Determination and anxiety for victory on home soil characterize the den.
And as the city of Yaoundé gets ready to host the competition, the African continent in the CHAN competition, security has been tightened up with different authorities called upon to respect these measures and ensure that citizens of the city of Yaoundé equally abide by them for a smooth game. Details with one of our correspondents from CRTV Center.
Yaoundé will play host to Group A matches as well as the opening and the final games. To this effect, the security of persons and property is primordial.
We have to do some kale, what we call bouclage. Before the start of this, the one was done today, another one is still coming up, to be sure that suspects are not hiding in any place around town. We have put in place patrols, both at the day and at night. We have put in place the control at the entrance of the town. And that is to be sure that all the luggages are checked and suspected people are equally searched for, to protect the hotels, protect the playgrounds, and to protect even the movements of all the teams. Still coming up with measures to be able to make sure that the bars respect the opening and the closure time within this period.
For a hitch-free event, all hands need to be put on deck.
I am very confident in the population of the Central region, and I want to call on them to be the police wherever they are, to help the forces of law and order to be able to do their work with ease. And this will be the only way to help the head of state, who has clamored for quite a very long time to see this competition take place in a very conducive manner in Cameroon.
Governor Nasiri Paul Biya further states that all is set for a hitch-free football jamboree.
Et avant de s'imposer sur le terrain face à leurs différents adversaires, les Lions indomptables à Prime sont déterminés à remporter le match contre le Covid-19. Ils ont reçu des kits individuels dans leur tanière à l'hôtel Montfébé de Yaoundé. L'initiative est de l'Association des jeunes volontaires à l'hygiène et à la salubrité. Germain Noël et Sengue.
C'est dans cet atelier qui ne paye pas de mine que l'arsenal de guerre contre le Covid-19 est préparé et empaqueté. Nuit et jour, une dizaine de personnels s'attellent à la tâche. Visuels, pochettes, gel lavant et d'eau alcoolique, taille-ongles et autres sont produits pour être servis et distribués aux officiels.
On s'est dit, en confectionnant des trousses individuelles pour chacun, que c'est mieux contrôlé. Donc, on a présenté le projet à M. le ministre des Sports et qu'il a trouvé que c'était intéressant. Donc, on a confectionné des trousses pour les officiels de la CAF qui arrivent au Cameroun. C'est-à-dire que tout ce qui arrive, les voitures qui vont les accueillir à l'aéroport.
Outre le rôle de la commission santé, le COCAN a voulu multiplier et élargir les actions pour un dispositif sanitaire plus efficace.
Notre mission, c'est d'accompagner l'État dans ses missions régaliennes. Et nous pensons que aussi nous pouvons apporter notre contribution pour que le CHAN se passe très bien. Nous avons des masques à triple protection qui sont aux couleurs du Cameroun avec les effigies du CHAN. Nous avons le taille-ongles parce qu'avec la Covid-19, on demande d'avoir les ongles courts. Nous avons les cotons-tiges parce que des fois, on se rend compte qu'il y a l'oreille qui gratte, mais on n'a pas quelque chose pour envoyer dans l'oreille. Et on s'est dit, la trousse hygiénique, on devrait avoir tout à l'intérieur.
Une autre preuve de bénévolat et de volontariat à saluer.
Jane Mary Hims, author of the Shan theme song We Are Champions, is occupying our guest seat this afternoon on the Midday News. Good afternoon, lady.
Good afternoon.
Glad to have you on the CRTV.
Thank you.
Let's start first things first. How did you know about the competition that would lead to the selection of the theme song?
Well, I stumbled on it at the Delegation of Arts and Culture in Boya. Yes, so that's how I got to know about it.
And immediately you got to work?
Yes, I talked to a few people about it since I was already almost running out of time. And they encouraged me to go ahead with it.
And what do you mean by you were running out of time? You found it at almost the deadline?
Yes, I did. Like 2 days to the end of the proposal of the song. So I had help from my team and a few friends, and we managed to put it together.
And finally, you submitted the song. How was the process? How easy was it for you going from stage 1 to stage 2? But how did it, first of all, feel like being even pre-selected after the lot?
Well, it was really, it was really shocking. You know, something you just do because you fell on it. You had little or no knowledge about it from before, and then you said, okay, let me just give it a shot. Then after
Check the viability of the facility.
You're like, no. Other people had more time to think, to work, so let me just put it there and just go. And when I got the call, I was shocked. Like, so I'm among the 3 shortlisted. I was happy. I knew at least I did something good.
We Are Champions is a song in English, and French. Yeah. But can we know the salient messages you're passing across through the song?
Okay, the song starts by thanking everybody, you know, welcoming them to Africa, telling them how Africa is, like from the beginning of the song, Africa, the home to every nation.
Maybe you give us an a cappella?
Yes, I will. Okay. And then we went ahead to, you know, talk about football in Africa. And when we talk about football, it's not, you cannot put Africa aside, especially Cameroon. Yes. You know, I'm not trying to brag, but we were one of the best.
Of course.
So yeah, there was just so much to put in to bring out the context of the song.
And for our viewers who are watching us right now, it would just be logical for you to do an a cappella of the theme song, the Shan theme song.
Yeah, sure. Africa, the home to every nation. We unite to speak the language of football. Everybody from the ends of the earth, come on home, 'cause we're about to fail a fete. Africa yelele, Africa yelele, Africa yelele, we're all champions.
And we all are champions in Africa. Hims, you are going to be a main attraction, I should say, during the opening and closing ceremonies of the competition. Can we know how far the rehearsals are going?
Yes, we're managing to put everything in place as of now. Everything is already set. The mic checks, I'm just from the mic check. It's all good. It's going to be a spectacular event, like one that has never been seen, heard of in Cameroon before. And I'm happy to be one of the first people to give you that. So I'm really honored.
After the Shan competition, what is Jane Mary Hims going to do in line with her musical career?
Well, I'm already on to other things. I couldn't just wait for Shan. So after the competition and every other thing put in place, the video and all, I moved on. I did a Déranger, which is out. I was out like a 2 weeks ago, yes. And I'm still working on something else, which will be maybe out by Valentine's, hopefully. So yeah, I'm working on other stuff. I'm not just concentrating on this one.
Can we say that the Shan theme song was like that impetus that propelled you to an international platform in your musical career? Because before then, not very much was known about Jane Mary Hims.
Yes, definitely. I'm very much aware and appreciative of the fact that Shan has skyrocketed me to a place where many people are still looking up to meeting up or reaching. So yes, it has a whole lot it has.
So what are you promising Africa on Saturday when the kickoff of the Shan shall be off?
Magic.
Jane Mary Hims, she is the author of the theme song for the Shan competition, which kicks off in Cameroon in under 2 days, titled We Are Champions. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation on the Midday News.
Thank you very much.
And we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
We continue the news in French, Mohamed.
Tout à fait, Emmanuela. Dans la suite du journal, à 2 jours du kick-off, le corps arbitral a effectué à Douala son ultime séance d'entraînement au programme des exercices physiques et techniques. C'est confirmé. La VAR, l'assistance vidéo à l'arbitrage, sera utilisée pendant le Shan. Confirmation dans ce reportage de Monique Félicité Tuen à Douala. Monique que nous retrouverons dans le cours de ce journal. Et sur la route du Shan, les transporteurs urbains dans la région du Sud-Ouest roulent pour la compétition. Ils s'engagent à se montrer professionnels. À Limbé, ils ont reçu des mains du ministre des Transports des certificats. Les précisions avec Elisabeth Nathalie Song.
Au cours de sa visite à Limbé, le ministre des Transports a remis des certificats de capacité à plus d'une trentaine de transporteurs urbains. Des certificats qui, pour ces conducteurs, sont un plus pour leur profession.
Je suis content, ça va me permettre de bien faire mon travail. On m'a augmenté quelques heures sur mes épaules parce que maintenant je ne suis pas seulement taximan, mais je suis un taximan professionnel.
Le patron des transports, Jean-Ernest Ngalé Massenabi-Béhé, s'est rendu au stade omnisport de Limbé où il a pu s'enquérir de l'état des infrastructures autour du stade à quelques jours du Shan Total Cameroun.
C'est une organisation trop importante pour que nous venions nous assurer des mesures de sécurité qui sont mises en place, de nous assurer que les voies de contournement qui, pendant les heures de match, sont utilisées pour qu'il y ait le moins de désagréments possible, mais qu'il y ait un plan de circulation aussi qui permette à ceux qui veulent aller assister à ces rencontres-là de pouvoir le faire en toute quiétude.
Selon le directeur du stade omnisport de Limbé, Pascaline Bois, plus de 3000 espaces parking sont prévus et 60 caméras de sécurité installées. La journée de travail à Limbé du ministre des Transports, Jean-Ernest Ngalé Massenabi-Béhé, s'est achevée par une visite dans les locaux de l'imprimerie de la PCC de Limbé. Limbé, l'une des villes hautes du Shan, est donc prête pour le jour dit.
La ville d'Ambam, dans la région du Sud, dispose d'un nouvel hôtel. Le ministre des Finances, Louis-Paul Motazé, procède ce jour à l'inauguration de ce bâtiment R+1, une infrastructure moderne qui offrira à ses collaborateurs des meilleures conditions de travail. Pour plus de précisions, retrouvons sur place Charles Abessolo au bar. Bonjour.
Bonjour et bienvenue ici à Ambam. C'est dans la joie que les populations d'ici ont accueilli le ministre des Finances, Louis-Paul Motazé, venu inaugurer l'hôtel des Finances d'Ambam, un bâtiment R+1 ultra moderne qui va fortement contribuer à l'amélioration des conditions de travail du personnel des finances ici dans le département de la vallée du Thème. Ce département qui est la vitrine du Cameroun ici dans la zone des trois frontières Cameroun, Gabon, Guinée équatoriale. Le ministre des Finances clôture donc ainsi 4 jours d'intenses activités dans le sud. Sa visite a commencé dans la région Aïbolova avec le lancement de l'année du budget 2021. Après donc ici, le ministre des Finances va rentrer à Yaoundé, certainement fier du travail abattu dans la région du sud. Depuis Ambam, je suis Charles Abosoloba, Ibrahim Daïrou pour la CRTV.
Thank you very much. And we go over to the southwest region where some taxi drivers and commercial motorbike riders in Fako Division have received roadworthiness certificates attesting to their full completion of a training on good practices on the highway. The Minister of Transport, Jean-Ernest Masséna Bibehe, while handing over the certificates to the drivers, called on them to be professional and ensure the security of those that will be transported in their different vehicles. Details with Giro Jenana in Boya.
Jean-Ernest Masséna Bibehe, during his one-day working visit to Limbe, reminded the over 30 recipients of the capacity licenses of the need to be professional as they carry out their tasks. These recipients expressed enthusiasm as they go out now transformed.
I'm very happy with this initiative by the Minister of Transport. I have had more than 10 years with this license. I have taken another step. Yes.
I'm very happy today to become, I was a taximan then, but today I'm not only a taximan, but a professional taximan. This will just add to me my confidence.
Before meeting with drivers, the Minister of Transport had visited the Limbe Omnisport Stadium, where he checked the viability of the facilities around the stadium, notably parking lots and the security provisions around them. The Limbe Omnisport Stadium currently has close to 3,000 parking spaces and over 60 security cameras installed. These and more were presented to the Minister of Transport in a guided tour by the director of the Limbe Omnisport Stadium, Madame Boua Pascaline. The transport boss was quite satisfied at what he saw.
Our country is going to host a very big event concerning National African Cup of Nations, and our visit here to Limbe was to really evaluate what has been done for this organization. We came here to evaluate measures have been taken in terms of urban circulation, and after this visit we are very, very proud of what we saw.
The city of Limbe and the southwest region as a whole is poised to welcome the Shan 2021 in an atmosphere of serenity.
Next door, Douala, the referees that have been selected to officiate matches at the Shan competition to kick off in under 2 days in Yaoundé in Cameroon have been refreshing their skills in a training workshop in Douala. The practical exercise comprised of physical exercises, mastering the playing system of teams, as well as the use of video assistant referee. Let's now join our reporter Rene Kache on the line from Douala. Good afternoon.
Good day and welcome to the École de Football Brasseries du Cameroon here in Dokoti Douala, where the referees who have been retained for the 2020 African Nations Football Championship have been bracing up and, of course, oiling their machinery ahead of the kickoff of that tournament. We have here with us one of the facilitators of this training here, and, of course, he is Cameroon's Raphael Vele Divine. He is in charge of refereeing for the Central African sub-region and, of course, equally for CAF. Good afternoon and thanks for talking to the CRTV, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Are you satisfied so far with what you have seen from the persons who are going to be, the men in black who are going to be officiating matches in the Nations Championship?
Yes, we are not very worried because we have the best referee, and now we have the best conditioner who Cameroon give us. We have the best instructors also to improve our referees.
And what exactly have they been doing? We've seen a lot of endurance capacity work here. What exactly have the referees been doing, Mr. Divine?
We have the training. We have first physical training. We start with the physical training. And when we finish with the physical training, we go to the to learn the system, to the players, to give the advice for the referee. We do some practicals. We want to bring what's happening in the real match to the practical, because when you give it for the referee now, we have the same situation on the field.
And of course, that's how we're seeing it here at the École de Football Brassaris du Cameroun. René Kacher, Christian Dupin for the CRTV here in Douala. Over.
Quittons la pelouse pour le terrain de la politique. Le président du Conseil régional du Centre a prêté serment hier, mercredi. C'était au cours d'une audience solennelle à la Cour d'appel du Centre. Gilbert Timi Evuna, 76 ans, s'engage à redynamiser la région siège des institutions de la République. Augustin Guizana.
Historique à la salle d'audience d'apparat de la Cour d'appel du Centre. La Cour fait son entrée. C'est jour de prestation de serment du président du Conseil régional. L'acte conforme à l'alinéa 2 de l'article 310 du Code général des collectivités territoriales décentralisées a été précédé par les réquisitions du parquet général. Le procureur général près la dite cour, Jean-Fils Kléber Ntamak, tout comme la présidente, rappelle la symbolique du serment, mais aussi les dispositions constitutionnelles et réglementaires qui encadrent la haute fonction qu'entame Gilbert Timi Evuna.
Il s'agit d'en être conscient. Je crois que je suis suffisamment imprégné.
L'audience des prestations de serment se déroule en présence des hautes autorités judiciaires de la République, parmi lesquelles le président du Conseil constitutionnel, Clément Atangana, une bonne brochette des membres du gouvernement et l'élite de la région du Centre.
Nous sommes heureux que ce soit un ressortissant de notre département qui en soit le premier président.
En prêtant serment, Gilbert Timi Evuna, 76 ans, inaugure un mandat de 5 ans pour l'exécutif régional du Centre.
In the same line, members of the Regional Executive Council of the Northwest Regional Assembly have pledged to work for the development of the region with all fairness and objectivity. They took the oath of office at the Northwest Court of Appeal during a swearing-in ceremony presided at by the Chief Justice Anna Povi. Details with Mercy Kusi from Bamenda.
In this solemn session, the 8 executive members of the Northwest Regional Assembly assumed their respective functions, vying to prioritize the interest of the region and its populace.
Swear an honor and pledge to serve the interest of the region and to loyally and faithfully discharge my duties without discrimination or favoritism.
Chief Justice, President of the Northwest Court of Appeal, Yajo Anapovi, who chaired the swearing-in ceremony, drew their attention to the fact that henceforth every action of theirs shall be judged by the wordings of this oath.
We want people from all political and social colors to get back into the Northwest family house, irrespective of ideology. Development has no color.
The swearing-in of the regional executive turns another page in the special status era for the Northwest, and many here are wishing that it brings a positive twist to the deadlock in the region.
Nous le disions il y a un instant, le corps arbitral à Douala a effectué ce matin son ultime séance d'entraînement dans la perspective du CHAN. Au programme des exercices physiques et techniques. Pour plus de précision, retrouvons à Douala Monique Félicité-Tuen. Bonjour Monique.
Bienvenue ici à l'école des brasseries de Douala où les entraîneurs, tout le staff arbitral du CHAN s'entraînent pour cette compétition. Et aujourd'hui, justement, c'est ouvert à la presse et j'ai à côté de moi l'un des patrons de l'arbitrage en Afrique centrale, Raphaël Everett-Divine, qui est à mes côtés et qui va nous donner plus d'informations à ce sujet. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Alors dites-nous, quelles sont les statistiques? Combien êtes-vous ici et qui est qui?
Alors, nous sommes là pour les arbitres. Nous avons 41 arbitres, notamment 21 arbitres. Et puis nous avons 20 assistants. Nous avons une arbitre femme et puis 3 arbitres assistantes femmes. Et nous sommes environ comme instructeurs, nous sommes 7 instructeurs techniques et nous avons 2 instructeurs physiques. Nous avons un kiné qui est également là. Nous avons des analyses vidéo qui sont ici là et également un analyste de jeu.
Justement, la VAR, c'est l'une des préoccupations actuelles. Est-ce que ce sera utilisé pendant ce CHAN? Il n'y aura pas de problème?
Évidemment, nous avons en Afrique déjà des spécialistes en VAR qui d'ailleurs commenceront à arriver aujourd'hui. Donc, ils sont formés. Ils ont dirigé des matchs de haut niveau au niveau de la Coupe du Monde et consorts, donc il n'y a aucun problème.
Et c'est tout le mal qu'on vous souhaite. Et donc après, aujourd'hui, les arbitres seront donc dispatchés dans leurs villes respectives pour finalement ce démarrage du CHAN que nous attendons depuis fort longtemps. Monique Félicité-Tuen pour la CRTV.
And now onto our feature page. We travel to Obala in the central region of Cameroon, very strategic due to its geographical location on the national road number 4 and 2. The cosmopolitan town is home to lots of attractions, among which sports, where peppered grilled beef is served. If you want to grab a bite while in Obala, don't forget to keep some liquid handy to tame the burning sensation. Yoti Kalelisonge is our guide.
45 kilometers north of Yaoundé. That's the distance from the capital city to Obala, an urban area in Lekia division of the center region. It's a peak period. The new year is fast approaching and it's also time for brisk business. Fruits, tubers and plantains lay on tables in wait of consumers, while the vendors position other items at vantage points. Before heading to the center town, we ply the national road number 4 that links Obala to the west region through Bafia. Here, cocoa farmers are busy drying their beans. Apart from this being the festive period, it is also the season when the demand for cocoa beans is high. At this home, mpem, their traditional dish made of solely cassava leaves, is on the New Year's Day menu. The mother of the house selects the leaves in the company of her pet, while keeping an eye on her kids. Kids who, even though on holiday, aren't done learning, while the mobile tailor goes in search of a client. From the National Road number 4, we deviate to the National Road number 1 that connects Obala to Betwa in the East region, placing Obala at the fork of 2 national roads. At the city center, the affluence is telling of last-minute preparations. A few meters away, some inhabitants converge on their favorite stomping ground, otherwise referred to as the Pimenterie.
If you want to cross over to the new year with a mouth-watering experience, then this hangout in Obala is your perfect bet. It is the spot where you can savour hot peppered roast beef on wood-serving platters. But remember to keep a glass of liquid or liquor handy, as it will soothe the burning sensation.
C'est sur cette belle carte postale d'Obala que ce journal se referme. Merci Madame, Monsieur de votre fidélité jamais démentie. Bon après-midi, Emmanuela.
Good afternoon, Mohamed Nana. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. We'll be back again to serve you better tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Malgré nos efforts,
Le Covid-19 a endeuillé de nombreuses familles et provoqué de graves difficultés dans le fonctionnement de notre économie et de notre société.
À partir du 16 janvier.
À partir du 16 janvier.
À partir du 16 janvier.
À partir du 16 janvier, vivez le CHAN sur la CRTV et prenez part au rêve des lions.
À partir du 16 janvier 2021.
Suivez le CHAN sur la CRTV.
Vivez le CHAN sur la CRTV.
Et prenez part
au rêve. Et prenez part
au rêve des lions.
Et prenez part au rêve des lions.